Hi, welcome. I made this video especially for you because you joined my Facebook group and because you're interested in what we're doing. We're going to do a small breathing exercise, which is going to help you to relax a bit more. If you feel stressed or if you feel maybe depressed or if you have these anxious feelings, you can do this at any time, anywhere. So it's very useful. And we're just going to practice that. And then we're going to make a small guided meditation afterwards to embed the whole breathing exercise. You can close your eyes if you want. If you feel uncomfortable with that, just keep them open. And it's easier to pick a point somewhere in front of you or on your mat to stare at. That way you don't get distracted by everything around you. Just start by observing your breath. Make sure you can sit down, relax. If you feel uncomfortable on the ground, you can always just use a chair. And it helps sometimes to, if you are sitting on the ground, to use a pillow or a folded blanket or a book or a yoga block if you have it, to sit on. That way your hips have a bit more space and you can relax a bit more, because the most important thing is that your back is straight. And your back can be straight if the lowest part of your back is relaxed and long. That way the rest of your back will fall into the natural curve, so you don't need so much strength. It's easier to sit up. And try to observe your breathing. Try to see how fast or how shallow, how deep, how slow you're breathing right now. And keep in mind that there is no right or wrong. So you don't have to judge yourself on how you're breathing or what you experience this time during the breath. It can change daily. One day you might notice that it's easy to breathe in deep, and the next moment you feel tightness around your chest or your stomach, your belly. And then it's a lot harder to breathe properly. See if you can relax the belly. Keep all the belly muscles completely soft. That way your belly can move along with your breath. So when you breathe in, you might notice that your belly expands a little bit. And when you breathe out, your belly can relax again. And that's a small movement. With some people, it might be a bit bigger. But with most of us, the movement is very small. And if you can't feel it, just put a hand on your belly, like around your navel. And try to feel if you can observe that belly movement. What really happens is that when you breathe in, your diaphragm comes down, and that way your belly pushes out a little bit. But the most important thing is that your lungs expand more. So you get more breath in without inhaling very deep, but you use more of your lungs, which helps with the relaxation of your body and of your mind. Try to feel if you can soften your face. So don't squeeze your eyes or your eyelids, just relax them. Try to relax your head, your frown maybe, between your brows. And relax your nose and your mouth, your cheeks. And most importantly, try to relax your jaw. Your jaw is a very strong muscle. And it's really related to the way you're breathing. So see if you can relax the entire jaw. Maybe your mouth starts to hang open a little bit, and that's completely fine. Try to follow your body. Let your body be leading you. You don't have to force anything. So give yourself the freedom to just follow, to see what happens, and to be completely free to maybe not feel anything or not do anything. It's your experience, so there are no rules. It's only a guidance that might help you with the experience. And then keep observing the breath. So bring your awareness back to your breathing, slowly in and out, and see if you can make it even. Maybe it is even, maybe you breathe in almost or about as long as you breathe out, and maybe it's very uneven. Try to observe. And try to keep the breathing within through your nose in and through your nose out. If you feel like you have to sigh or yawn, you can always do that. It's really good actually to relax, but your basic breathing should be through the nose. That way you can regulate it way more, you have more control than when you breathe in and out through the mouth. It actually aggravates feeling of stress or anxiety when you breathe in through the mouth. In through the nose, and most of the times out through the nose. You can always sigh. If you've noticed your lengths of your breathing, see if they are almost the same. If your breath out is longer than your breath in, you can keep it that way. It's always good to breathe out longer than you breathe in. If your in-breath is a lot longer than your out-breath, try to lengthen when you breathe out. So keep a little bit more control when you breathe out. Again, don't force it. See how far you can go when you keep it as natural as possible. Try to lengthen it a little bit more until they're almost even, or maybe when your breath out is even longer, but don't force. And then you can focus on those moments between the breath in and the breath out. That moment when the air and the oxygen is inside before it comes back out again. See if you can catch that moment. You don't have to do anything with it. Try to observe. And then you can count, maybe you already did, but if you didn't, you can do that now. You can count how many counts you breathe in, and then you breathe out. You can count your breath out as well to see how the length is. But if you can feel that it's almost the same, you don't have to count your breath out. Try to count how many counts you breathe in for a few breaths. Okay, very good. And then we're gonna try and hold. We're gonna lengthen that point between our breath in and out. So when you breathe in, you can come in a non-breath state for maximum length of your breath in. So if you breathe in for 3 seconds, the maximum hold is 3 seconds, but start with 1 and see what happens. And then you breathe out. After you breathe out, there's no holding. So you just breathe out, and when you feel the need to breathe in, you just do that. Important is that you don't breathe in more air than you usually do. So don't take like the like that when you go underwater, for example, and then hold. Then you create hardness, you create this tension in your lungs. Just keep on breathing very natural, very normal. Just lengthen the point between your breath in and your breath out. And you can just count. You breathe in, you hold, and you breathe out. Try that a few times. Maximum length of holding is the time you breathe in. Keep it very soft, very natural. If you feel you become dizzy, stop the exercise. Breathe in normally, or put your head between your knees for a moment. Just make yourself smaller. Your body sometimes needs to get used to practicing with the breath. It's not used to you training your breathing patterns. So that could cause dizziness, and that's okay. But don't force yourself through that dizziness to just continue. Take some time. Again, follow your body, follow what it tells you. If you're still going on with the exercise, you can relax again and take a normal breathing. So breathe in and out in your own pace, without holdings. And try to observe your thoughts. Any thoughts that come along. Maybe they are about the exercise, maybe something completely different. Just try to observe what's happening. Maybe there are more physical observations you can make, or physical sensations you notice. What comes to your attention? Just try to be in this moment. Try not to do anything. There's nothing that requires your action at this time. Only your awareness. Only your own attention to you. What is happening in this moment? What can you observe? You can keep your whole body light and relaxed. The only thing you do is sit up. Relax your breathing. Just try to follow it. You don't need to do anything. And maybe you notice that your feelings or your thoughts are negative about yourself. It could happen, but you don't have to. Don't try to judge yourself. And if you notice that you do, then don't judge those feelings, because then, there's no end. This is how you feel. This is what you think. See if you can objectively look at them. And if it's something you want to change, then you can go on after this exercise and see if you can make changes. But the first thing is to become aware. You can take a deep breath in. Fill your lungs, fill your belly, your chest. And breathe out with an ah or an F sound, whatever you like, or just through the nose if it's too much to breathe out through the mouth. And you can do that a few times. You can make small circles with your shoulders. If you want, you can bring your arms above you, your hands above your head, and just stretch yourself a little bit. Slowly come out of that state of quietness. So you can open your eyes anytime you like. You can bring your hands in front of your heart. And you can thank yourself for taking this time, for taking this moment to just be there for you, to show up for yourself. You can do that anytime you want, as much as you want. And I want to thank you for joining me. And I hope to see you another time, another video. Thank you and namaste. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. It would be a big help. And if you like to stay updated on new videos, subscribe to my channel. For more information, you can go to my website or social media.